All right, good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome back to the Nation Network for another exciting episode of WrestleVerse. That's right, it's the one program where anything can happen, anyone can happen.
Representing the Hart Foundation from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds, Bret the Hitman Hart.
An intergenerational matchup coming up here right now as the past meets the present. The Hitman, Bret Hart, the excellence of execution and one of the most decorated champions in the history of the World Wrestling Federation, will be taking on a brand new up-and-coming talent, a man who's still in his first couple of years as a professional wrestler in the WWE. Well, it's like we said, it's going to be generations clashing right here, right now, as the Hitman, Bret Hart, gets to take on the son of a man that he's very familiar with.
Representing the Judgment Day from San Diego, California, weighing in at 200 pounds, Dominic Mysterio.
Well, this crowd not too happy with this young man, I can tell you that much right now. Well, you know what? He decided to be his own man, and sometimes when you have to step out from the shadow of somebody like Rey Mysterio, you've got to do some big things, and he's taken some big opportunities. One of them is indeed turning his back on his father, and I'll tell you, it takes guts to do that, especially when your last name is Mysterio. Want to welcome everybody joining us here live on the Nation Network. Remind everybody to take a quick moment and click that like button down below. Let us know that you're here. Dirty Dom in the ring, and I'll tell you what, I think he's out of his class going up against Bret the Hitman Hart. Well, look, he's given up a wealth of experience to the Hitman. Bret Hart, of course, is the most accomplished, in my opinion, in the history of the WWF. But then you're talking about an up-and-comer, and I'll tell you, old Hardcore Don here, he's managed to come up with some major victories over people that you'd never imagine he would have, but he did. Nice cross body block right there by the Hitman. This is our opening contest tonight, and what is going to be a tremendous night of professional wrestling action for you here on the Nation Network. You won't want to miss this. Later tonight in our main event, AJ Styles continues his feud with X-Pac. When you talk about a couple of dudes that can match each other hold for hold, that's one of the most even matches you'll ever find. And they say styles make fights. Well, those two guys have absolutely complementary styles, but I think it's going to be an absolute showcase of talent. It'll be a game of one-upsmanship, no doubt about it, as the Hitman continues to work the knee of Hardcore Don, or beg your pardon, Ex-Con Don. How he even earned that name is beyond me. Please. Going to county lockup for 4 hours.
He served hard time. What are you talking about? Haven't you talked to him?
I wouldn't give him the time of day. The man is reprehensible. And now going for the cover. The Hitman thinks he's done enough damage, but Dirty Dom able to kick out on one. Unusual to see him here without his Judgment Day team. And now, nice springboard. Launches off the middle rope of the crossbody, and the Hitman kicks out on one.
Well, the fact of the matter is this, as we say hello to Ancient Clown here in the house. The fact of the matter is this, he doesn't need to have other people there to win his matches.
Well, then why are they always at ringside?
Well, they're a unit. That's why you support your team. That's all that's about. That's what you're supposed to do if you're a good teammate. Yeah, support, that's one word for it. And now Dom coming up with some offense here. Tornado DDT, and the Hitman down, and once again going for the cover. I think he's got a better chance here as he got 2. Getting awfully close right there, awfully close. This crowd not appreciating the efforts of Mr. Mysterio, who does a tremendous job coming off the ropes with another springboard.
Well, the excellence of execution right now is being executed.
Off the top, oh my goodness! The elbow connects right in the middle of the back, and Bret Hart in trouble. Manages to get a shoulder up, but I'll tell you what, the Hitman, that wealth of experience not paying off in this match.
Well, at least not yet, and I've got to tell you, I'm a little surprised. Right now, Bret Hart looks desperate. Seeing him take some chances that normally we wouldn't see him take.
Shout out to Smooth Realism joining us here live on the Nation Network, I beg your pardon. It is late. Mysterio now. What's he got in mind? Sunset flip here on the ringside area.
That packs a totally different punch right there on that outside floor. There's no give in that whatsoever, and Bret Hart's going to feel that one.
Dom from the top, and another elbow with pinpoint precision. Hooks the leg. This will be the biggest win, I was about to say, in his young career, if he were able to beat the Hitman.
Well, especially a clean pinfall like that, that would have been massive.
The 5-star frog splash connects. And again, hooks the leg. The Hitman looking worse for wear, but he still manages to kick out. Look at this, getting over the 3 Amigo suplex.
Taking a page out of the book of his Uncle Eddie.
And now Dom up on the top rope. Another frog splash, and I don't know what happened to Bret Hart, but he's in trouble. There's 2, and it's over. What an upset.
That is a tremendous upset. I've got to tell you right now, I in a million years wouldn't have predicted that.
Well, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the bookkeepers in Vegas are scratching their heads on this one. Dom Mysterio beating the Hitman, Bret Hart, in our opening contest.
Hey, UPW fans, want to put your own universe together? Now available on Community Creation, up to 11 different UPW superstars. You can grab and add to your own collection. Fill your roster with Northern Lightning, Dewey Jobs, Major Lee Powers, Ginger Queen, Sir Oliver Buckingham, and special bonus, Jordan Gemini. Right now on Community Creations, just search for hashtag OneNation, the number 1 and the word nation. Build your Ultra Pro Wrestling universe today.
All right, fans, once again, we are back ready for more action, and this one is going to be one for the ages. We talk about generations coming together.
Making his way to the ring from Abruzzo, Italy, weighing in at 265 pounds, the first superstar, Bruno Sammartino.
The living legend himself, Bruno Sammartino, stepping through the ropes. This is a man who was the world heavyweight champion at one point in time for 8 years.
No doubt about it, had a very long run as the World Heavyweight Champion. Many people consider him to be the best, at least one of the best of all time. And tonight, he's going to have a chance to go up against the man that nobody's been able to beat. Will that change here tonight? We're about to find out.
All eyes focusing on the ramp. You might not like him, but you've got to respect him.
More importantly than that, you better acknowledge him.
Accompanied by one Paul Heyman.
And his opponent, accompanied by their special counsel, Paul Heyman, from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns!
Well, I'll tell you right now, Roman Reigns might want to consider opening up a Lowe's because he's got plenty of hardware to start it with.
Indeed, the World Universal Champion. The master of the WWE as we know it. The Unified Champion heading down the aisle.
Take a look at the way he observes all of his subjects. As your tribal chief, you will all pay homage and respect to this man.
Well, there are those that do, no doubt about it. He's got quite the following, but then there are those that are not too happy with this man.
Happy schmappy. At the end of the day, he is the undisputed champion. In my opinion, he is the only real world champion. I know there's a couple of other dudes running around calling themselves that, but as far as I'm concerned, this is the real deal.
Well, you talk about other champions we're going to be seeing later tonight. One of those would have to include, of course, WCW's current reigning world champion, Hollywood Hulk Hogan. What would a matchup look like between Hollywood Hogan and the WCW title against the unified WWE champion?
Well, that would be one that would absolutely be for the record books, as they say.
Roman Reigns with a stoic look on his face. Titles are not on the line tonight, but I can assure you Bruno Sammartino with a victory is going to catapult himself up. Bell sounds, action's underway, and look at this, Bruno coming out with some heavy shots, and a drop kick puts the champion down.
Well, it's going to be very interesting to see how these two styles come together. You've got Bruno, who's an old school kind of guy, a lot of grappling in his style, a slow down type of pace. And he's going up against one of the truly best of all time hybrid athletes right here in the champion Roman Reigns.
Sammartino convincingly powerful, always has been. And his strength is legendary. He may be able to gain some sort of advantage off of that, but right now it is Roman Reigns targeting the right arm, I believe the forearm or the wrist of Sammartino before going top mount and laying him out with a series of left hands.
Well, that's something else. Bruno Sammartino came up in a time where it was pretty much fisticuffs and wrestling, and that's it. Now we live in a world where all these dudes go out and learn multiple martial arts skills, and they bring that to the table as well. And Bruno's never had to deal with anything like that before.
San Martino, to your point, retaliating with a choke slam of sorts, because that is what he is most familiar with.
Hey, shout out to Dookie Wilkos in the house. Welcome aboard.
Oh, hold on just a moment. Locked and loaded. Superman punch, and down goes Bruno Sammartino.
2 3/4 count, and somehow Bruno managed to come out of it, but that was not easy.
Elbow drop off the top rope, and now Sammartino. I don't want to say that he took his opponent lightly in any way. I know he wouldn't even dream of doing such a thing, but at the same point in time, doesn't appear that he realizes just what he was in for. Roman Reigns bouncing Bruno's head off the floor.
Well, this is a totally different type of challenge than anything Bruno's ever dealt with in his career. And it'll be interesting to see if his style can do anything against Roman Reigns, which thus far he really hasn't had much success.
Well, Sammartino that time caught him. And both men will beat the count back in. Look at this, Sammartino dropping Bruno Sammartino, I beg your pardon, Roman Reigns across the top rope.
Throat first, and let me tell you, when that larynx gets wrapped like that real quick, it'll cause you to gag, and it could be a little while before you can inhale properly. And speaking of inhaling,
indeed, the big bear hug is applied by Bruno Sammartino. What would it mean for him to get a submission out of Roman Reigns?
well, that's not going to happen because Roman Reigns was ready.
There's the Irish whip into the turnbuckle. He goes. Roman Reigns with a Superman punch. And the spear.
That's all she wrote right there. Bruno's not going to kick out of that one.
Roman Reigns with the decisive victory here tonight. Bruno Sammartino, by virtue of his long time standing as a heavyweight champion, earned this match here tonight. But I would not be surprised to see Roman Reigns move on to a new challenge.
Well, I think that's the whole problem we have right now. There is just no challenge for Roman Reigns. He is in God mode.
Indeed, he is a force to be reckoned with here in WrestleVerse. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with more. Stay with us.
Let's go. Bad out there, folks. Real bad. But I got a solution. Stay in tonight and lock your doors. Boss, that her? We find her?
No, just more trash on the side of the road. Looks like Calypso's got himself another driver for this year's contest. She was the one. She was the only one. There have been so many people I've killed over the years. But her, she was the only one who ever escaped. She was the one that got away. I I just have to win Calypso's stupid little contest, and any prize I ask for will be mine. When I win, he's going to send me where she's been hiding all these years. And this time, I'm going to finish what I started. This time, I'm going to make her bleed.
All right, fans, we are ready for the action. And wow, just look what happened there.
Hollywood Hogan just took out the referee, and let's take a look at one more thing. It looks like Hollywood got himself a haircut.
In action right now. Hogan choking him out. And now going for the cover, hooks the leg, gets one, gets two, and that's all. Elbow by Mysterio. Springboards off the middle rope, cross body block, nicely done. Technical difficulties going on. These are things beyond our control at this time. We are recording the program in case we should get kicked out. As Hogan goes for the choke slam on Rey Mysterio. And now right on top of the apron. Oh my goodness!
All the action taking place now ringside here on the floor, and it's getting brutal.
Both men going to try and get back into the ring. Mysterio has already beat the count, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we understand there's technical difficulties. It is on the part of the YouTube provider. Nothing we can do about that one. Hogan with the slam. Drops the leg. And that might be the match right there.
Well, it would have been if the chump would have realized how close to the ropes he was.
Hogan yelling at Rey Mysterio, telling him to stay down. The leader of the NWO, the man who had the plan to bring the WCW back. And comes off the top rope, Hogan, driving that elbow into the back.
Nice head scissor right there by Rey Mysterio, and he's going to have to rely on his quickness right now because he'll never match power with Hogan.
Nice move right there by Mysterio to turn it around into a nice armbar lock. But look at Hogan coming out. Rings the bell. Mysterio now unloading with some left hands. Snapmares Hogan over, comes right back up. Drop kick to the face, and Hollywood in trouble.
Well, the world title not on the line in this match, and there's a big 5-star frog splash. We saw his son doing that earlier tonight.
2 3/4 count. Look at the look on the face of Mysterio.
You can see the face of Mysterio.
You can see enough to see the facial resemblance or the emotions coming through. Look at this, Hollywood Hogan choking him out. Referee doing nothing about it. Give me a break.
Hey, he's got a 5 count. Referee was counting in his head, perhaps.
What makes you think these officials can count to 5?
Well, good point.
Mysterio in complete control right now. There's the back elbow. Hogan turns it around. Spinebuster on the concrete floor here. Now Rey Mysterio feeling the effects of that one.
Yeah, Hogan's doing a number on him here out on the floor. And while I've never been a Hogan fan, I've got to tell you, I'm enjoying what he's doing here because it's mean, it's nasty, and it looks like he's wanting to come out of here with a victory.
Just drove the back of Mysterio into that guardrail. Hogan beats the count back in the ring and now goes out to stop the referee.
All over again with a choke slam.
Katie bar the door for this one, ladies and gentlemen. It is absolutely brutal. Hogan thrown back into the ring, and he comes right back out there to meet Rey Mysterio.
Well, as I take a look at Rey Mysterio, he's not moving so well right now. I think he's taking a lot of punishment and it's starting to wear on him.
No doubt about it. Hogan has done a number of high-impact maneuvers. And now hammering away with some right hands. Pretty sure I saw the rule book. No clinch fists, and the referee standing by doing nothing about it. Now it could be the 619. Mysterio to the ropes and it connects. Can he finish this one off?
Springboard into a frog splash. This will be a massive upset right here.
He got him. It is a night of undercard winners.
Well, I'll go so far as to call them the underdog winners because I'll tell you what, not in a million years was Rey Mysterio projected to win this match, and Vegas is taking it on the chin.
Here is your winner,
Tremendous performance by Rey Mysterio, who just punched his ticket, ladies and gentlemen. Not only a win, but a win over the WCW World Champion. We'll be back with more. Stay with us.
It's time to grab your popcorn and your soda. Get your favorite candy. And get ready because we are going to the movies. We're going to be watching and reviewing some of the most iconic movies featuring superstars of the world of professional wrestling. Will it be thumbs up or thumbs down? We'll give you our thoughts, you give us yours. Come check us out as we review some of the greatest titles in its genre. Make sure you check out the Nation Network as we take you to the movies.
All right, well, look at this. I was about to say we're back. Lita was heading towards the ring. Rhea Ripley attacks her from behind.
Well, this one is brutal right off the bat. Rhea Ripley taking complete control of the situation.
Taking control, she attacked her before the bell ever rang. A sucker shot if ever there was one.
Well, the oldest statement in the world of professional wrestling is you must protect yourself at all times.
Once the bell rings,
well, this is pro wrestling, as we've seen now and plenty of times in the past. If you're in the building, you better have your head on a swivel.
And Ripley, with that strength on display, as she hangs her up there for a better part of 30 seconds. Sending Lita crashing down. Lita's got that leg now. Oh, my goodness.
Well, that's a good way to dislocate a knee. It's real easy.
Got AJ Cloud in the house. James Weston in the house. Welcome aboard. And now finally the bell starts this match. Everything we've seen up till now has been unofficial.
Yeah, the referee with a great deal of leeway on this one early on. Now let's see if he can call it straight.
Lita just came up with a devastating dropkick to the side of the head. Ripley sends her in. They collide once again. Look at Rhea Ripley fighting her way back in, and this crowd may not be a big fan or big fans of Rhea Ripley, but nobody can take anything away from her accomplishments here.
She's one of the hottest, if not the hottest, talents in the world of professional wrestling today.
Close call right there. Lita able to reach underneath and grab the rope. Referee saw it. Oh, now she caught her in a small package roll up.
A little too early on in the match, but I'll tell you, Lita's doing a tremendous job. And are we going to look at another upset? Is that even possible?
Anything is possible. We know that, just like anyone is possible. Lita going to town right now. Big knee right to the head.
You know, it should be pointed out right now that Rhea Ripley is the reigning women's champion. The unified women's champion, and nobody has taken that crown from her for some time now.
Ties it up. Oh, this could be the match right here. Lita cannot make it to the ropes. Referee's there to ask her if she wants to give it up.
Well, she's not doing herself any favors by hanging around longer. The damage just continues to take place to the lower back.
And Ripley dropping her down across the top rope. What a tremendous whiplash effect that comes with.
Well, Ripley now on the top rope. This is not a place we are accustomed to seeing her come from, but delivers a very nice double axe handle slam.
There's a clothesline. And now Lita back in position, hammering away with the right hands.
Hammering away or breaking the rules. Every one of those was with a clenched fist, and the referee was standing by watching it all happen.
Lita picking her up off the canvas, setting her up. There's a DDT. Oh my goodness, spun her around like a Ferris wheel. This is another, oh man, I thought we had another major upset.
Yeah, but is it, would we consider this to be an upset if Lita gets the win?
Over the reigning champion, yes, I would call it an upset. From the top rope, and now Lita Salt connects. Not good night for Rhea Ripley.
Well, it might not be a good night right there either for Lita. She is holding her left arm, claiming something's wrong.
She may have tweaked that elbow. during the course of the night in the match, but now she's going to head back to the locker room for the trainers to take a look at that, and hopefully it's nothing too serious. Fans will let you know what we find out. In the meantime, stick around. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
You will never pin me. Now it's everybody's favorite time.
All right, fans, it is time for our main event of the evening, representing D-Generation X.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 212 pounds.
Well, X-Pac coming down the ring, down to the ring, I should say, and he's looking like he's ready for a big match.
Well, this is a gentleman that always brings it with him. Well, fans, originally it was scheduled to be AJ Styles. However, I'm getting word that AJ may have had flight difficulties and was not able to make it here tonight.
Well, not a bad substitute, though. You've got the world champion from the WWE on Monday Night Raw. Seth Rollins is here.
From Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Seth freaking Rollins.
Seth freaking Rollins. He is the world heavyweight champion. As he steps through the ropes, that's a very recent championship title that they've come up with. They felt that Roman Reigns wasn't defending the title enough. Rather than strip him of it, they created this title, and it has been defended. I'm surprised he's not putting it on the line here tonight.
This is the main event of the evening. We welcome DHW here live to the Nation Network for what's already been a historic night of professional wrestling. Xbox with that sit out. And now a snap suplex, nicely done. Of course, he originally came to us as the 1-2-3 Kid. Rollins cinching in the crossface. Oh, man, he just pulled back on that chin.
Well, let's keep in mind, X-Pac, when he first came in here, was a 1-2-3 Kid.
Cover hooks the leg, does Seth Rollins, and only able to get him down for the 2 count. Shoulder block off the apron and down to the floor with a thud.
The human body tends to make a certain type of sound when it comes off the apron and lands on this cement floor out here. And I can tell you, I heard that same sound before. but never from a guy who won the match.
We can test your theory out here momentarily.
Oh, look at this, look at this. Curb stop. Oh, that's it. That's it, it's right. There's no way he's going to get out from that one, although the referee's taking his sweet time getting in position.
Seth Rollins pulls out a big victory here in the main event.
Here is your winner, Seth freaking
Well,
Rollins.
24 hours ago, Seth freaking Rollins almost had the Money in the Bank cashed in on him. Fans, we want to thank you for joining us here for WrestleVerse on the Nation Network. We'll be back with plenty more action in the weeks to come. Until next time, for Jesse the Body Mean Scheme saying so long and good night.